It's I.A.G Farms, all about God. It's a beautiful morning out here this morning, and we're just about to take a walk down to feed the fish. I figure we'll bring y'all along with us and just kind of do a little walk and talk. We know y'all love to walk and talk, so we love them as well. So I'm going to go over and get a little fish food, then we'll, that's right, Ty, walk and talk. We leave the kids down here to play while we do walk and talks. Yeah, then get a little fish food so we can, you think you can scoop us over?
Let's see, where's our scooping?
Where's the little bowl thing at? Yeah, that we feed the fish with.
Is it on the water trailer?
Might be.
Yeah, I just
carry that. That'll be good enough. All right.
No.
Get our fish food so we can feed our fish. Sometimes we forget about those as our farm animals, but they're a very important part of the farm.
You got a backpack with you?
No, y'all stay down here and play. And we're gonna walk down here and feed the fish. Y'all good with that?
Yeah.
Good. All right, so it's mom and dad walk and talk time. We do this all the time. You know, we don't do it all the time with the camera, but we like to take our walks. Some of you all on some of the videos, or at least on the mobile home video, we're saying, why does she park all the way down at the front and walk all the way down? That's a long walk. You just don't understand, like this driveway and this walk and this property, you know, it's just an answer to prayer, and it's a blessing and a miracle. And we like to like walk and absorb it and enjoy it. So sometimes we strategically, you know, park at the front to make sure that we can walk down. Yep. But it's been a lot going on the farm, and so I guess we'll kind of share. I know y'all know what we got back here behind us, the mobile home, and we're to the point now where we don't want to call it a mobile home anymore. And so we've been thinking about a name for the mobile home, and my name suggestion is Emma, you know. Big long Emma, the mobile home. You know. Wow. What is your name suggestion?
I really hadn't settled on one. I don't really have one yet.
I think the boys agree with me about Emma.
I don't know.
Big long Emma, the mobile home.
He didn't know what Emma meant. He was like, what does Emma mean? I was trying to figure
it just seems like a good old country Mississippi name for and then we can call it a mobile home.
I think it's kind of weird. Why would you call it?
I think you said, what did you say? The big house or something like that.
Yeah, I did say the big house. I hadn't really settled on that.
So y'all let us know what y'all think. Do y'all think we should name the mobile home the big house? I think Tim Jr. said little house on the prairie or something like that.
You know?
A long house on the prairie, you know, because it's an 80-foot long mobile home.
Actually, it was a subscriber that had commented and suggested the big house.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
So I was like,
somebody already has a vote for the big house.
Right,
I got you.
right. That's not my original idea. I just want to give you credit wherever you are.
Yeah. So y'all let me know. What do y'all think? Let's see if we can see it. There we go. What do y'all think we should name the mobile home so that we'll stop having to call it mobile home? Because, you know, it's not a mobile home. It's anchored down like it's our home now. You know, it'll be our home for the next, you know, 5 to 10 years at a minimum. And so we don't want to call it a mobile home, you know, because it's not gonna move for a long time. Like by the time that mobile home moves, like our kids will almost be grown, you know, because Tim Jr. is 7 years old. Yeah, so and in 10 years 17. He'll be 17. He should be married and you know, like have a family of his own by then.
17.
For real, yeah. Yep. But my vote is Emma, big long Emma, the mobile home. We just call her Emma. And Megan's vote is the big house. So y'all let us know what y'all think about the name for our home, for the mobile home.
Now, we tried to find out what Emma meant, and it really
very, very loosely.
Right.
If you go from like German to Latin to Hebrew, in Hebrew it would mean God has answered our prayers or something like that. So, but
right, which I totally love that. You know? What was it though? God has heard us.
God has
answered or something.
And that's
like
exactly what he did with that mobile home.
Yeah.
You know, he answered our prayers and
heard our cry for being more established, for being able to really just focus, I guess. You know, because I think that's why the Lord spoke. You know, go ahead, establish a home, become more settled, so that we can focus on the things that He's called us to do. And so
that's right. We're coming up on the pond now, so I just gotta turn y'all around, let y'all see what we see as we feed the fish. All right, so this is our amazing pond that the Lord gave us, and we have catfish and brim and all type of fish in here. Bass, I caught a big old bass. Maybe I'll put a picture here of that big bass I caught that year. But we're trying to come down and start feeding the fish. What is that out there in the middle of the pond right there? Is that a stick? Probably a stick. Yeah. We had an alligator in this pond one year. But yeah, we're trying to come out and feed our fish. Just toss the whole thing out there. Yeah. They like when it makes that sound. Yeah, we're trying to get back. You can see when the dirt starts to kick up, that's when the catfish are coming. But we're trying to get back to feeding our fish, you know, so that when we do go to harvest them, you know, they're big and fat and healthy. Because we caught a couple catfish, you know, a couple years. You can see I saw a big old tail. But we caught some catfish one year. They were real skinny. They were real super long, but they were skinny. So we're trying to get all the catfish fattened up for this year's harvest. So there's one of our catfish there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. It's right there. It just ran away. It must be camera shy. But yeah, there's some pretty big catfish in here. Let's see if it'll come back up. It should come back up. Mm-hmm.
It's a big one too.
Yep. Little fish probably scared it though. Alright y'all, so we fed the fish. We saw one catfish come up, a bunch of little brim. There's a bunch of brim in this pond. That's a good thing because the bigger fish, the bigger bass and catfish eat those smaller fish, you know, whether we're feeding the fish grain or not.
Right.
But yeah, it's amazing to be here and to be out on this property and to be establishing a home in this place, you know, and to be able to bring y'all along the journey with us. You know, our YouTube subscriber count and view count has grown so much. Like literally over the last week, we went from like 200,000 subscribers. Not 200,000. I need to speak that. But we went from 2,000 subscribers to like what, 15,000?
Are we at 15,000 now?
I think we're past 15,000.
Oh, okay.
And we went from getting, you know, an average of, you know, 1,000 views per video to like, we had one video, the mobile home video, it has like almost 200,000 views in 2 or 3, you know, in 4 or 5 days. And then the other videos we put out after that, you know, have about 30,000 views. And it's just such a blessing, you know, to be able to bring you all along on this journey with us, to encourage you. Like we literally have met subscribers. We were in Walmart buying the boys' bikes. And if it's you that I'm talking about, leave a comment down there, you know, and let people know who you are. But we met one of our subscribers in Walmart, and he walked up and he was like, I just subscribed to your YouTube channel this morning. Yeah, and then we had another subscriber, you know, that called us, you know, that reached out, you know, looked us up on Facebook and called us, gave us a call, just to encourage us. You know, he was an older gentleman. He said him and his wife had been binge watching our videos all night. And, you know, he kind of made me feel like a celebrity, you know, because we're real simple people. You know, I don't know if you all can see from the videos, but we're super simple, you know, like super modest, simple, frugal. And you know, but he made me feel like a celebrity when he called, and he was like, I'm gonna tell my wife you sound just like, you know, on the videos, that you sound like on the phone, just like you sound on the videos.
Because we are.
That's us. That's me. Yeah. We don't change. We don't do anything, you know, like super fancy on these videos. We're just recording our life.
Being
ourselves. You know, we want to glorify the Lord with our lives, you know, so we're just thankful for all of the new subscribers, you know, thankful for the blessings that the Lord is, you know, bestowing upon us. And yeah, it's just amazing. This big, amazing driveway. Yeah, I know I talked to you all on the past video about the rebate that we got for the mobile home, but just in case you didn't catch that video, I like to explain, you know, what happened as far as some of the money that we got back for the mobile home. So the mobile home pad is incorrect. There's a couple spots on the mobile home pad, as you saw in that video where the fire marshal pointed out, that there's a couple spots where the slope is kind of level. Instead of sloping away from the mobile home, is level. So some of the water goes away from the mobile home when it rains, and then some of it goes towards it. And you know, I let that problem be known to the mobile home dealer that sold us the mobile home, because we paid them $28,500 for the mobile home, for the dirt pad, and for them to deliver it. You know, all of that was covered in that price. And so, you know, we paid for 10 loads of dirt and for a bulldozer to come out and all that type of stuff within that price. And the pad wasn't right. So I called them and let them know that it wasn't right, you know, and they gave us a rebate. They gave us, because they were gonna send, got a piece of pollen or something on my, can you see it?
I thought it fell off.
Okay, good.
I saw something fall from your eye.
Yeah, it's springtime and all the trees are blooming.
Yeah, I saw something fall from your eye. I'm assuming that was it.
But yeah, they were gonna send the mobile home movers and the dirt pad guy back out, and they were gonna move the mobile home to the side and redo the dirt pad. And I was just letting them know, like, I don't want the mobile home moved. Like, if I can, I would like to, you know, fix it myself. And so they said I could do that, and they gave me a $2,000, really a $2,500 rebate. They just wrote me a check for $2,500 and gave it to me. And they also gave us some skirting. We'll walk y'all up here and show y'all the skirt. And I know y'all seen it on one of the previous videos, but just in case you didn't see it, I'll show it to you again. But they gave us this skirting, which is, you know, about a $1,200 value of stuff. And so that, you know, compensated for the work that I'm gonna have to do to fix the mobile home
pad. He's gonna do it by hand. I don't know if he explained to you what his plan is for fixing it, but it's gonna be a lot of work, a lot of, you know, like back-breaking type by hand work.
And that's really the best way to do it, you know, because if I do it by hand, I can take my time and get it done properly. Right. But here's the skirting there. We just have some boxes of skirting. And it's enough skirting for, you know, to skirt the whole 16 by 80 mobile home.
And the thing about him doing it by hand is that...
Switch hands. Speaking of hands.
Switch hands, speaking of hands.
Arm got tired.
So, speaking of him doing it by hand, it really is better if you're not going to just move the mobile home out of the way, that he does it by hand, because he can get right underneath.
Yeah. And we know exactly what a mobile home is going to be, you know.
Exactly. And so he... tried to actually come in with the tractor, and he did some work with the box blade, but we really need to fine tune that work. And so when he does it by hand, you know, he'll come in with the tiller and the hard rake, and that way he can get it exactly how he wants it. When you're using big machinery and you don't have dirt to add, you can't really get it exactly the slope you want it, you know, just with the big heavy machinery. So, you know, you can move around dirt really well and level it off, but the existing dirt, like working with it, it really has to be more fine-tuned. And we just figured that out. You know, we've never done this before. So I'm fully confident that he's gonna get it done and get it done right. So
I'm gonna start on, because today is Sunday. I'm gonna start no, today is not Sunday.
No,
today is Saturday. I keep on thinking today is Sunday. So much has happened. But I'm gonna start on Monday, working on the pad and switching hands again. We can start by walking. I'm gonna start on Mondays working on the pad, and my plan is to work on it from Monday through Wednesday and to be done with it, because I have a couple days, you know, of no rain and things like that. And like Megan was saying, the first thing I'm gonna do is come through with the tiller and kind of soften the ground up so that I can work it by hand, because I'm gonna get about a foot, maybe a foot and a half under the mobile home, and kind of rake it with a big hard, you know, metal rake, and get it to slope right, and then come in with the tractor after that, and then kind of fine tune it, you know, around the edges and things.
Listen, I can't walk by this and not rejoice.
Oh yeah, our amazing power pole. I had to risk my life to get that thing in the ground. For real.
This is so exciting. Like, this is progress, y'all. We're getting closer and closer and closer and closer.
Yep. And I called the electrician, and he should be coming, you know, maybe sometime next week. I'll probably call him on Monday and let him know he can go ahead and come and do the wiring for us, because he has to wire from the pole here underground underneath the mobile home until about that point there, and then take the wires inside of the mobile home, and then we
have to do a trench.
Yeah, have to do a trench. Yeah, we're gonna bury the line underground, and then the power company will call them, and they'll stretch the line, because I showed you where the power drop was at on another video, and they had to put in a couple poles and come through and cut down limbs and all those type of things to give us power. But then we have power, and this whole mobile home is actually electric. You know, the stove was all electric, the furnace was all electric. And so, you know, that's just perfect, because we're gonna put a wood burning stove in, and maybe I'll put y'all a picture here of if I hadn't showed you in the previous video already, of the wood burning stove that we chose. We got to get that ordered, and we're gonna get that put in the mobile home. So that'll be our supplemental heat, because the power does go out here in the country, you know. And when it goes out, you know, you know, this area is not the priority for them to hook the power back up. So they get to the
out in the bonus.
exactly. They get to the other areas first, and then they get to us. So we want to have a wood stove just in case, you know, it's cold and freezing and it's a winter storm. We have some backup. Yeah. But the mobile home is still about in the same condition. You know, I'm gonna get up there and start doing some work on the roof. Once I get this foundation done, I got a pressure washer. I'm gonna pressure wash the whole thing. And yeah, so it's just a lot of amazing things going on. And we're just kind of taking a day or two this weekend just to kind of refresh, you know, get some fresh vision and revelation from the Lord, and just spend a little time with Him, you know, a little time with each other. We went out yesterday and bought bikes for the boys. That's how we met the subscriber in Walmart, and ate a little bit of pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went out.
Pizza in.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. They had an amazing little pizza buffet. You know.
Salad and pizza.
That has some chocolate new bite.
They did.
That's right.
Some dessert.
What they had, Tyus? Say again, Tyus.
Chocolate dessert pizza.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Good.
This is the bike. This is the bike I got at the store.
Can you see you?
I don't think.
Yeah, you on there. Go ahead.
This is the bike.
Mm-hmm.
They got a kickstand.
Yeah. What y'all got to say, boys?
No.
To our 15,000 subscribers.
15,000.
Yep, that's it.
It's 15,000 subscribers.
It is.
We told them that we're gonna name the mobile home, and I told them that my suggestion is Emma, Big Long Emma, the mobile home.
Yep.
What do y'all think? Y'all like Emma?
Yep. No, I would say House on Wheels.
Oh yeah, that's right. Tim said house on wheels. The house on the wheels. But I told him, I said it doesn't have wheels on it anymore. So we
House on the hill.
House on the hill. Yeah, that's a good one. So we got house on the hill, house on wheels, the big house, and Emma, big long Emma, the mobile home.
In the tree.
Huh?
In the tree.
In the tree. Ty said in the tree.
House in the trees.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We made a full circle on this walk, and I just think that we should kind of reflect on, you know, the Lord and what He's doing, like as we end this video, because this, you know, the name of our channel is I.A.G Farms. It's all about God, you know, like it's not all about like this stuff, you know, because we have these things. I'm switching on. They're both tired now. But it's all right. I'm gonna be a soldier. Yeah. But we have these things, you know, that are shadows of Him. You know, we have tractors and we have four-wheelers. We have a side-by-side that y'all haven't seen yet. This at the repair shop.
Diehard
Yeah, they've
from
seen
the
it.
beginning,
You know. Yeah, the new subscribers don't know. But we have all this stuff, all the animals. We have land. You know, we have these two properties. But what does that really mean if we don't have Jesus? You know, because all of this stuff is just a physical example of Jesus. You know, and Jesus is that spiritual revelation, you know, and all this stuff is just physical examples, you know, of Him. You know, the Bible talks about how, you know, the law, you know, was a shadow of things to come, you know, and once Jesus got here, the revelation of that shadow, you know, we no longer need the shadow anymore. You know, we no longer needed to observe the shadow. We no longer needed to observe the law because He fulfilled it, you know, and, you know, I just don't want to get caught up in the stuff, you know. Without understanding like that it's just a representation of who Jesus is. He's just pouring out His love on us. Like everything that you see behind me, you know, the animals, you know, the barns, you know, don't get sick with me spinning around like this, but you know, all these amazing things that y'all see on the videos, the big long driveway, you know, the family, the happiness and all those type things, you know. When you see those things, like just think about Jesus. Like don't think about like that if we made some type of wise decisions or we had some type of like, you know, like we're lucky or anything like that. You know, it's just Jesus, you know, just being faithful to us, you know, because our obedience to Him and using our lives to testify to how good He is and to who He is. You know, so we don't look at the shadows, you know, which are these things, and regard the shadows without regarding the real thing. You know, because the shadow is just a representation to let you know that something else is coming. And, you know, Jesus is definitely coming. You know, do y'all agree?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
For real. If you agree that Jesus is coming back, like type amen down in the comment section. But, you know, the shadow is going to be revealed. You know, all this stuff is going to be burnt up. You know, the Bible talks about how he's not going to destroy the earth with water this time. This time it's going to be with fire. So everything that you can see, literally, if you look around, like in the place where you are now, if you look around, like every single thing that you can see with your physical eyes is going to be destroyed, you know, by fire. And Jesus is coming, you know, so we have to make sure that we don't get caught up in the stuff, you know, but we understand who he is. But I think that's a good place to end today's video because my arm is tired, like super tired, super burning. But I had to hold it for that.
Yeah.
It's I.A.G Farms, y'all.
It's all about God.
We'll see y'all on the next one.
Come rain down your presence. Jesus, come. Inhabit the praise of the sinner and saint. Jesus, come.